Hey YouTube, some of you guys have been asking me how to do the T-spin factory, and others have struggled with how to build a T-spin in general. So I want to make this guide to help you guys out in making your own T-spin factory. Now for reference, there are multiple versions of the T-spin factory. In this particular video, we're going to go over the easy version. There are more difficult versions that actually have some trade-offs, and just to be clear, the version that we're going to go over is slightly slower than the other versions that are well known. The reason why this is the case is because this version requires some soft dropping, which slows you down a little bit. Now for the more complicated variants of the T-spin factory, we will add the link below on how to do that. So let's get started. We're going to break this down into three parts. First off, the initial setup, 2, the factory itself, and 3, carving down. For the first step, let's explain some of the mechanics of the random piece generator. You get a bag of 7 pieces and randomly grab a piece out of the bag until there are no pieces left. Then a new bag is formed. The rough, even distribution of pieces allows for this process to be even possible. Given this information, we also can use this to set up our initial build. For starters, getting the T-piece early helps in creating the setup very much. Now you can do this without an early T-piece, but for all intents and purposes, we're going to assume that we get the T-piece early, as this will set up the left half of your board. And as long as you get the T-piece before the blue J-piece or the red Z-piece, then you're good. This is also where the hold piece can come in handy, and if you end up with an early J or Z piece, then you can hold one of them until your T-piece comes out. Now fortunately, the I, the L, and the O blocks don't require anything special, so you can drop them right away. But the first S should hang on the square block, so unfortunately this also needs to come later in the bag. If in the beginning you get at least 2 of the following, the J, the Z, or the S pieces before the T piece, then you will have to do an alternate setup, which is less than ideal, which we can explain in another video. So assuming everything goes well and you get your T piece early, then you can start the factory, and it's actually pretty straightforward. For the overall layout, you want to put your J and Z pieces on the left, as seen here. Then in the middle of the map, you have your square, S, and L blocks arranged as this. And on the right side, you can dump your line pieces. And once all of this is set up, you can put your T piece right in the middle for a T-spin. There's also some little tricks that can help you out. So first off, avoid putting the L and J pieces before the square and Z blocks. Otherwise, you're going to have to soft drop these pieces into the space, which will slow you down. We want to minimize the number of soft drops in the game to maximize our speed. Also, if you want to time your attacks and you're getting attacked by other players, then you can reserve the T piece until you get attacked to cancel out the incoming damage. From here, actually, you can just have fun with it, and it's cool that this particular formation creates a nice rainbow of pieces from left to right. As you continue to build, you'll notice that your field gradually builds in height, and this is where carving down comes into play. You will need to deviate from the build as you get high so you can carve down. To carve down, there is some component of a basic 3-wide strategy, but it can get kind of tricky since you need to balance the pieces that go into this well to make sure that you're keeping uniform in these pieces. If you deviate too much, you'll find that you'll miss a piece that continues your T-spin factory. This can be tricky, but with practice, you'll get better at figuring out which pieces go into the well. Also, in general, the line pieces will be the one that you have the most surplus of, so use those liberally to fill in and carve down. And that's it for the T-spin factory. I hope you learned a thing or two about how to create it, and now that through this video, you're able to create some of your own. If you would like to see more guides in the future, go ahead and type something in the comment section below and let me know what you want to see next. And if you want to support this channel, please subscribe. I want to get to 100K subscribers so that I get my own YouTube plaque. We are slowly but surely getting there, but I would appreciate all the support that I can get. Thank you so much.